Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss an update from ETimes TV.
I mean, yes, I am thin, but that's also because I'm type 1 diabetic. So when I started doing Saas Bina Sasural, I wasn't taken very seriously as an actor. And I didn't expect anyone to, because I was doing a mediocre job when I started. तो टेलीविजन वालों की ना अभी भी मुझे लगता है कि किस्मत खुली नहीं है, despite the OTT platforms coming in. I look at myself as a career actor. I don't look at this as just like अच्छा मिल गया तो कर लेते हैं. I strive to become a better actor every day.
Hello Aishwarya, welcome to ETimes TV.
Thank you so much, Vijay Lakshmi. Thank you so much.
How difficult was it to stay fit, that fit, especially during lockdown? How did you manage to do that?
Not really, because I think COVID somewhere has made all of us realize that health is your number one priority.
Yeah.
There is nothing more, there is nothing less. Health, health, health. So जब initial wave आया था, जब COVID नया था हमारी lives में, so I just understood one thing कि अभी अपनी health ही संभाल सकते हैं, और तो हम कुछ कर भी नहीं सकते, घर पे बैठे हैं. So me and Rohit would work out every day. We would eat healthy. So I was just telling this to somebody else that the way my refrigerator looked 1.5 years back, it looks very different now. The contents of my refrigerator has changed, and that has changed the way me and Rohit look. And even now, I've realized that whenever I'm feeling low or I'm feeling a little under the weather, I make sure I work out. Because I've realized the power of those hormones that get released in your body post your workout. Nothing makes you feel better more than that. So yeah, I think that was my learning lesson from COVID, that health संभाल लो, बाकी सब चीजें होती रहेंगी.
As you just mentioned, during your answer, जब हम styling की बात कर रहे थे कि काफी बार आपको ऐसे comments मिलते हैं कि बहुत ही ज़्यादा thin हो और body shame किया जाता है. How do you take these comments? Do they affect you?
Not really. I mean, yes, I am thin, but that's also because I'm type 1 diabetic and I have to eat healthy. I don't have any other option. I don't put junk, in my system at all. So for all those people who have body shame me, maybe they don't understand the process of being a type 1 diabetic, and I hope nobody really has to understand that process. But it really never bothered me. It didn't, because I think I'm very comfortable in my skin, and I mean, till the time I'm feeling good from within, it's nobody's business to comment on the way I look from the exterior. So it never really bothered me now.
And when did you get to know that you are type 1 diabetic?
3 years back.
How difficult was that phase, coming to terms with it?
Very difficult. Very, very difficult, because when it started, everybody was like, it doesn't run in your family, you are not fat, you have always adopted a good lifestyle. And my doctor, the only explanation that he had was, oh, bad luck. So, when you don't know why something like that has happened to you, it takes a while for you to come around. But then having said that, 6 months or 8 months of blaming the world, blaming my family, blaming possibly every entity on this planet, I realized that this is one of the best things that has happened to me. I'm not making it all la la la. It is very difficult. It's annoying to inject yourself before every meal. It's annoying to count your carbs. It's annoying to do all of that. But the bigger picture is that it has made me far more healthier. And every time I've become more conscious of what my blood counts are, what my how my heart is functioning, how my kidneys are functioning. So somewhere people sometimes they think that I'm hypochondriac. But I think in these times it's good to be paranoid, a little bit. It's good to be overcautious. So and I think somewhere and keep a check. So instead of doing like an annual checkup, a full body checkup, I do a biannual body checkup. Every now and then, if I get some time, I go, not anymore, but I would go to the nearest lab and get my random blood counts, checked, kya chal raha hai body mein. So I have found my body to be very, very mysterious, and I've been able to respect it more.
And who supported you? Who was your pillar of strength during that time?
I think initially it started with a blame game, from blaming my father to my brother to my bhabhi to Rohit to his family. Everybody was like a villain in my life because they didn't understand what I was going through or what I was feeling. But then, when they saw that I expected them to educate themselves about diabetes, the first person who actually did that was Rohit, because he was the one staying with me. So he was my biggest punching bag. So he's like, okay, fine, you know what? I'm going to handle this. And he has been such a strong support system, because now when we shop for food, there's a certain way that I used to shop. I would look at nutrition facts and Rohit would just pick up things. Now he looks at nutrition facts and like, "Arey, isme carbs kam hai, you can eat this. Arey, isme sugar nahi hai, you can eat this." So now he knows what I can eat, what I can't eat. And I'm truly blessed to have a partner in him, because that man has not only changed the way I eat, he has changed the way he eats. Because company to deni hai na. So in good times, in bad, in sickness and in health, he's truly stood by me.
Truly a partner.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Talking about your career, Aishwarya, you started off in television. You must have done things here and there, but the claim to fame was your character Toasty and the show Saas Bina Sasural. और वो अपने तरह का एक शो था उस टाइम पे. थोड़ा सा ब्रेक मिला था सबको रेगुलर सास बहू ड्रामा से, and it was a very good show. कहीं ना कहीं बिगिनिंग में ही ऐसा कैरेक्टर लेना आपके लिए अपने लिए वो एक चैलेंजिंग हो गया था कभी, बिकॉज we didn't see you after that doing too many daily soaps or TV shows.
विजय लक्ष्मी, मैं इतना सोचती नहीं थी, अब सोचने लगी हूँ. Earlier it was like, चलो कर लेते हैं, देख लेते हैं. So when you're young, you don't really, at least I never thought so much. I never put in so much thought into anything that I did. I was very open to whatever came my way. I knew I didn't want to do television. But when I started auditioning, I did this show called Rishta.com, which was being produced by Yashraj Films.
Yeah.
So I thought, चलो TV करना है तो Yashraj Films के साथ करेंगे. So it was there that I was spotted by Sony Television, and I started getting calls for auditions. So when I started auditioning, I realized, ठीक है, acting हो जाती है, कर लेती हूँ, but देखते हैं. And when this show came to me, I was strictly against it. I said, मुझे नहीं करना ये सास बहू ड्रामा. I'm here to do films. And Rohit said, देख, अभी तू films कर नहीं रही है. And Rohit has always given me good advice when it comes to my career. तो ये कर ले, और अगर नहीं करना है तो एक मोटा सा पर डे मांग ले. मैं कहा चलो मैं मोटा सा पर डे मांगती हूँ, मना कर देंगे. But they agreed, and I just found myself doing that. And I won't say it was easy, because doing television is tough work. It's a lot of hard work. It's not easy. So it took a while for me to come in stride with those things and how it worked and how it functioned. And since it was my first show, I was not seen as somebody ke actress hai. So when I started doing Saas Bina Sasural, I wasn't taken very seriously as an actor. And I didn't expect anyone to, because I was doing a mediocre job when I started. So I was a newcomer, and people treated me like that. And but the schooling that I got, the conditioning that I got, the discipline that I got from Saas Bina, nothing compares to that. So uske baad I have done shows with Vijayalakshmi. I have constantly been working. After that, I did Main Na Bhulungi, I did Tridevi, I did Sarabhai vs. Sarabhai, Nach Baliye kar liya, Khatron Ki Khiladi kar liya.
Yeah.
Then I did Ye Hai Chahatein. But I always took like a year and a half, 2 years ka break, and then I started doing another show. It's not that I didn't want to work, it just didn't happen, it didn't materialize, nothing was in the pipeline. And then, things came my way. I said, chalo, ye bhi karke dekhte hain, ye bhi karke dekhte hain. So, it was challenging in the sense that it was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of strenuous work. And me and Rohit had just started dating, तो नया प्यार भी था, वो भी balance करना था, काम भी balance करना था. And then when I had to quit the show, because of my health, it broke my heart. but there was the best schooling that I've got as an actor. Saas Bina Sasural, best.
बट वो आपको लगता है कि एक बेंचमार्क आपने फर्स्ट शो में ही सेट कर दिया था, अगर टीवी शोज की बात करें? एंड देन यू नो व्हाई आई एम आस्किंग दिस, क्योंकि ऐसे शोज रेगुलरली बनते नहीं है टेलीविजन पे, शायद उस वजह से ऐसा लगता है कि अरे ऐश्वर्या ने उतना ज्यादा काम नहीं किया, बट वो प्रॉब्लम वो नहीं है. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वैसे शोज बनते नहीं है रेगुलरली जहाँ पे एक्चुअली आपका कैलिबर निकल के आए.
It was pure luck for me, and like I said, television shows, unlike web, are written for the leads. It's written keeping the leads in mind. आसपास फिर जितने भी कैरेक्टर्स होते हैं वो बेचारे अपना खुद का हार्ड वर्क करते हैं, जो मैंने अभी ये चाहते मैं रियलाइज किया. So the show was written so beautifully by Zamasa, by Sonali ma'am. कुछ करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी, and then I was surrounded by all these wonderful men who knew their craft so well. कि अगर मैं गलती करती थी तो मुझे सुधारने का मौका दिया जाता था. So I think the entire credit of me doing decent work in Saas Bina has to go to the writing, has to go to the co-actors that I worked with. It had मेरी zero input. It was all them. So that's why when Saas Bina 2 was happening, which is now known as Sargam ke Saade Saathi, my biggest concern was that if the same cast is not there, वो magic मैं नहीं create कर पाऊँ. I rely on those people. I rely on those guys. I rely on those writers. So that's exactly why I said no to Saas Bina 2.
Saas Bina, yeah. Talking about web, can we say that this is the best phase for actors to be in, or for any artist? Because there are so many platforms. Web में भी इतना सारा अच्छा काम हो रहा है, टीवी पे भी people are experimenting थोड़ा बहुत. So फिल्म्स में भी पिछले 3-4 साल से बहुत अच्छे कॉन्सेप्ट्स आने लगे. कैन वी से बेस्ट फेज है आर्टिस्ट के लिए?
I would say this is the best phase for theatre actors. They are finally now coming into their own. They are no longer known as अरे छपरी लोग थिएटर में एक्टिंग करते हैं. Now they are being recognized, which is beautiful. टेलीविजन एक्टर्स के साथ थोड़ा हमेशा धोखा हो जाता है. The problem with television actors is if you do really well or your show does really well, आप टाइपकास्ट हो जाते हो कि नहीं यार ये तो ऐसी ही है. तो वेब वाले भी एंटरटेन नहीं करते. वेब पीपल वुड रादर हैव, या तो मेरी किस्मत ठीक नहीं रही है, वेब पीपल वुड रादर हैव people who have taken a long sabbatical from television, or people who have done films, or people who are doing films, or people who have not been explored yet and they are from theatre. तो टेलीविजन वालों की ना अभी भी मुझे लगता है कि किस्मत खुली नहीं है, despite the OTT platforms coming in. Being honest, like a Netflix or an Amazon Prime, they would not have a popular television actor as the lead runner of their show. Yeah. They would still prefer a film phase. So that's kind of disheartening, but कहते हैं किस्मत में है तो मिलेगा. So yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
But have you ever aspired to be in Bollywood, and have you ever tried to be?
Absolutely. I started. I'm sorry?
Were you typecast there, saying आप TV के face हो, बहुत overexposed हो?
When I started my career in Bombay, I did 2 films. And both those films didn't release. I'm not going to name the actors who were there in it. They're doing very well for themselves in films now, in OTT space now. But that's how I started. I did not want to do television. I thought too high and mighty of myself to do television, only to realize later that television is baap. Television की reach जो है वो और कोई टच नहीं कर सकता. At least the time that I started. So the idea was to do films, but I realized within a year and a half of being in television, the idea was not actually to do films. The idea was to act, and I was getting to act. That is why I had come to Bombay to act. तो अब एक्टिंग करने को मिल रही है, फिर चाहे जिस मीडियम में करना है वो करेंगे और अच्छे से करेंगे. So that's how I've based my career. That's how I've thought of myself. I look at myself as a career actor. I don't look at this as just like acha mil gaya to kar lenge. I strive to become a better actor every day. Even while doing Ahana, I sit down at night and I make notes that, possibly if aisa kuch scene likh ke aayega, so I can do this. Aisa kuch hoga, so I can do this. From mannerisms to comebacks to making my character English speaking and, coming up with todu words that nobody understands, where people then message me कि आपकी वजह से हमारी अंग्रेजी better हो गई है. So these are the things that have happened for me in the past 10 years. And I think that, and I did do a film in 2019 called Ujra Chaman, which again did not do well because there's a controversy between Bala and Ujra Chaman being of the similar content, etc., etc. But again, the experience was good because I was really appreciated by the director, by the producers. So till the time I'm doing a decent job as an actor, I'm pretty satisfied.
And web का एक ये भी problem है that there is too much bold content out there. There are sometimes shows specially written with bold content in mind. Are you open to such projects, Aishwarya?
If it's being directed by people like Zoya Akhtar and Reema Kakti, yes. But if it's not going to be shot aesthetically and if it's going to be just done for the sake that people can watch that kind of content late at night, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it just does not go well in my system. It just, it's literally cringeworthy. And more than anything else, my family watches all this. My family watches all my work. From this interview that will be coming up later, my father will be watching it. So I don't want to do anything that will make me embarrassed in front of them. I want to sit down with them and watch whatever I do with dignity. So it depends completely on who's producing it and who's directing it. And I have seen a lot of bold content that has come. And I hate to use the word bold. Sex is a very normal thing. It's as normal as breathing. It's a human need. But the way we present it is what makes it or breaks it. So when you have Made in Heaven and you don't cringe when you see two men making out, I think it's a beautifully done job. And then at the same time, you have certain platforms where women are just taking off their tops and, doing random nonsense for no reason. Then, क्यों करना है ये सब? ये कपड़े उतारने नहीं आई मैं बॉम्बे. So yeah.
Right. Also, what about reality shows? We have seen you in, Nach Baliye, and it was fabulous to see you and Rohit there. But what about Big Boss? Do you plan to, I'm sure कि कभी ना कभी offer तो हुआ.
Big Boss people will find me very boring. I don't think I'll be giving them a lot of content. So it's not that Big Boss has not come my way earlier. It has. A lot of seasons have come my way. But I think it's a very difficult show first. It's a very stressful show. And like I said, I don't like to work when I'm stressed. So I don't think, at least till the time I can calm my mind here, I would be doing a show like Big Boss. It's a very difficult show. I don't think I have it in me to do it.
What is your take on the current content that has been made on TV? Often ऐसा होता है कि TV को regressive बोला जाता है, TV के content को regressive बोला जाता है, especially for the Saas Bahu shows, and the supernatural shows. What is your take on it?
TV is a mixed bag. You will have two shows who are extremely progressive, like an Anupama. Then you will have two shows which are supernatural, which will not make any sense. Then you will have two shows which are extremely regressive. Then you will have two shows where the writing is so beautiful yet not appreciated. So it's a mixed bag. It's a bhel puri. And I think television is always going to remain like that because it caters to all age groups. It's very easy for us to sit here and criticize television. But the thing is that television here in India does not function the way it functions abroad in the Western countries. We don't have the concept of seasons. People here forget very easily. And here the television industry is so big that it employs around 100 to 150 people on one set. So imagine the kind of employment that it caters to.
Yeah.
So I hate it when people criticize television. कि ये TV वाली acting नहीं करनी. I hate it when they say that. Television is home and आप फिल्में भी देख लो यार, सारी फिल्में तो अच्छी नहीं बनती ना. आप OTT की भी platforms में देख लीजिए. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag everywhere. And the idea to be an actor in television is to try and choose the content in a more dignified manner and in a more intelligent manner. पहले 25 एपिसोड की तो स्टोरी हमें पता होती है, फिर 26वें एपिसोड से क्या हो रहा है, that's not in our hands. And we also have to make our bread and butter. We also have to earn our livelihood. So television will always be home for me. And I think it's time people stop criticizing television. Criticize तभी करते हो ना जब देखते हो, मत देखो. So it's as simple as that. If you hate it so much, don't watch it. Please don't watch it. So yeah, that's what I feel.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya. It was great talking to you.
So
and I hope you enjoyed talking to us.
Yes.
And
yes.
Stay safe. Be happy always. And all the best.
Yes, you too.